I'm feeling like this is probably a waste of time. Trying to educate Canadians is an impossible task because we have an education system designed to keep us deaf, dumb, blind, and stupid unless you become a victim. And I'm doing this specifically for a friend, Priscilla, who read something about organic farming and that they're corrupt and they're using pesticides. Well, that really set me off. I worked in the stock market and the investment market, and in Canada we have a two-tier system, one for the rich and one for the poor, and that's legal. Our tax laws are completely separate, one for the rich, one for the poor. I spent a lot of time as a victim discovering how corrupt our legal system is, and I spent a lot of time researching diet because I was dying, being systemically poisoned by the food I was eating. And therefore, I spent time with farmers and I found out the truth about the laws in Canada, which are completely different from the laws in the United States. Number one, organic farmers in Canada, any product that says organic is 100% safe in Canada because they're under siege by the corruption of Health Canada and our government and our legal system to put them out of business. And they would go to jail for fraud. So stop reading those bullshit conspiracy theories that are all over the internet that have been put out by companies, corporations, Monsanto, Bayer, and Health Canada, because our country is totally corrupt. So get a brain, people. Our farmers have to have 188 acres before they can be declared as a corporation and declare all their expenses. In other words, if you're a small farmer, our system is designed to put you out of business. You're taxed on your gross. You are not allowed to declare any of your expenses. And if you don't believe me, you go talk to a small farmer and find out what those poor people are having to go through to even survive. Why do they do it? Well, I'll tell you a story. I won't mention the name, but this is a family in Chelmsford that had his brother was born with spinal injury and a chronic illness disease that made him a cripple and in a wheelchair. And to save his brother's life, he started to research and discovered that tap water would kill him. So he developed a company designed to start it off to save his brother's life. And he educated himself, and then he became a company. And many of these organic farmers, it's a similar personal story. They know that every time they sell an organic product and feed it to the consumer, they're saving somebody's life who just might not get cancer. Our food industry is so corrupt. It all started with Hitler and the fascism in Germany. It is systemically poisoned with pesticides, and we have a so-called an amount that's tolerable, including in the United States. Now, the FDA helped me with a lot of this information. I couldn't get it from Canada. There is far less corruption in American government and the FDA than people think, as compared to Canada. I mean, there isn't even a comparison. You can't get any of this information out of the Canadian government or Health Canada. They are completely fascist and a dictatorship, and they have answering to nobody but themselves. Secret filing laws in this country are designed to rob you of your home, to take title to your property without your notification, and to divorce you in secret without being notified. And that's not a joke. When you become a victim, you suddenly discover that it was perfectly legal to commit fraud. That's Canada. Now, these laws are so criminal, they're banned in every country but Canada. And I'm really angry that I have never been able to get enough support to be able to get the public to know the truth. But the truth is, the public doesn't care. Nobody's listening, and nobody cares. And the handful that are, they just don't have a voice. Like me, we are silenced by Nobody caring. And our media, they know the truth. The lawyers know the truth. Your politicians know the truth. And they don't care. And that even includes Greenpeace, people, because I sent all of this information out to Greenpeace, and they weren't listening, and they didn't care. And the NDP the same. So every one of them has ignored the truth. Every one of them. Now, I do vote Green personally because out of the entire corruption and the bad lot, at least they're making an effort to do something that'll benefit the world, if not you or me. But they're not taking on the fact that our entire system is completely corrupt. So I really want you to support organic farming in Canada. They're there because they are dedicated like a religious person is dedicated. They're there because they know that they're saving lives with the food that they produce. And they pay a terrible price. They are not making massive profits. It's impossible because the system in Canada is designed to put them out of business. They are under siege to be put out of business. And there are conspiracy theories being put out on the internet that are total lies, fake news. Organic is safe. Nothing else is. Now, the difference between Canada and the United States? Well, in the United States, every homeowner is allowed to deduct the interest on their mortgage just the same as the rich. In Canada, not so. Only the rich corporations get to deduct the interest on mortgages, not the homeowner. We have a two-tier system, one for the rich, one for the poor, and it's designed to keep you poor. So make no mistake, this is not a democracy. It never was, and it never will be. And organic is the only way to go. It took me, I'm 79 at the end of the month. And it took me my whole life to find that out. That's the kind of cover-ups that exist in Canada. But thank God for Google and the internet. Some of you are going to see this, some of you are going to read it, and some of you are going to find out the truth. And maybe 200 years from now, I'm talking to you people, as parents, fight to make sure that your children don't go through what I went through. Over and out.